Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. Recent events in the vegan world, that alternate universe that a lot of people live in, there's some new stuff has been going down in that world, and basically some pretty prominent representatives of the vegan community have announced that they aren't vegan. The first one is Rawvana, which I went to bring up her video of her explaining like what's going on with her, and then I saw that Freelee had made a video. I'm gonna react to Freelee reacting to Rawvana's video because that sounds a lot more entertaining, and Freelee is that vegan everyone loves to hate on.
Bien, hemos estado hablando un montón de todo este viaje porque Henry lleva aquí más de un mes, pues no aquí, pero sí en Asia, fue a Japón, fue
Okay, so if you didn't notice, basically Rawvana got outed, I think on someone else's like vlog, someone else's video by accident. They got a shot of her at lunch or dinner. She's eating and there's fish on the plate, and then she, you know, unsuccessfully tries to like block it with her hands and be like, which gave it away even more. Probably, honestly, I'm sure people would have noticed, but I think people would have noticed less if she hadn't reacted that way and she just kind of like went with it and not tried to hide anything, because that just raises suspicion. I am so sorry if you can hear my stomach. I'm so sorry, it's really loud right now. Okay, so let's keep going.
I was not planning on hiding this from you.
de todo este viaje porque Henry lleva aquí más bien. Hemos estado hablando un montón de todo este viaje porque Henry lleva aquí más de un mes, pues no aquí, pero sí en Asia, fue a Japón, fue
I just want to be completely honest and authentic and truthful with you guys today. That is just what I've been, and I want to continue to be that. Transparent. That is just what I've been, and I want to continue to be that.
She's been eating, you know, fish for a little bit of time here, obviously, and she's kept that from her fans and her viewers and her supporters and stuff. And so Freelee is adding in the laughing because she's using the word transparent, and clearly and obviously she has not been transparent. She has not been truthful, and she's acknowledging the fact that she has not been transparent and truthful, and now she's being like, I have to be, because I'm always preaching this and I need to basically, you know, act what I preach. So like there's no reason to add in the laughing like, ha ha ha, you're a liar.
Transparent. That is just what I've been. That is just what I've been. Transparent.
Liar.
Okay, so I'm not surprised at all that I'm doing this video. I called it a long time ago that Rawvana, whose actual name is Rawvana, would go back to eating tortured animal bits and pieces. And here she goes, making a 33-minute video filled with me excuses as to why she's gone back to grinding baby chicks alive and suffocating and dragging innocent fish from their home.
Like, I understand that going vegan, like giving up so much, and it can be a humbling experience. It can be a selfless experience, but to go back to eating animal products is not a selfish. It's not a selfish act either. First and foremost, we live within our bodies. If we do not take care of our bodies, both mentally and physically, we do not we will not exist. We will not exist to do what we can and what we believe is good for the world. So before you can go out and save the world, you have to make sure you're right with yourself. And sometimes that means eating things that for her, it was like a last resort to eat animal products. She really didn't want to. But at the end of the day, I understand what it's like to suffer as a human, because we are human, and I understand that animals are suffering too. But if I'm suffering, I do not have the capacity to exert myself to be an advocate for those who are also suffering. Make sense? Okay.
I cannot believe a single word she says. You know, the only reason that she has come clean and made this video is because, as you saw, she was caught out eating fish and the video went viral.
When you are lying on such a big scale, it eats away at you. And so, not to say I know what's going through her mind or whatever, but she probably had already been thinking about, you know what, I need to make this announcement. I need to let, you know, people who follow me know what's going on, because her whole channel is really about lifestyle, and if you're not sharing your life, then it's not lifestyle anymore. She didn't make the video just because she got caught. She seems like a very self-reflective person, so I'm sure the fact that she is doing this, it goes against a lot of the things she preaches, was definitely eating away at her, probably emotionally, mentally, all of that. And so this video was kind of a long time coming, and then the fact that she did get caught probably moved the process along, and now it's like, okay, I really have to, because I need to address what I was caught doing.
I've known Rawvana. It's Rawvana. I like Rawvana.
Ooh, back when Freelee didn't look dead. Oh, she's so pretty way back when.
But we call her Rawvana because your channel is Rawvana. Yeah. And we have known each other since 2013.
Yes.
We went to the Woodstock Fruit Festival and we met there.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Estoy aquí con mi amiga Freelee, the banana girl.
Okay, so a little bit of a backstory. As a lot of you know, Rawvana and I have been friends for years. And I use the term friends loosely. Well, after this video, that is no longer. I do not have time for fake people pretending to be vegan for money and fame.
I don't think she was straight up lying. She was withholding some truths. I think there's a difference, while at the same time, I also think that withholding truths is basically you're on your way to lying. But it's not, I don't think they're exactly on the same playing field. They're not on the same level. You can't be friends with a liar. She's just made some decisions that you disagree with. Like, you can only be friends with people who agree with you 100% of the time. You would have no friends, which might explain why Freelee lives in the jungle in the middle of nowhere with basically no one, except for a person who agrees with her 100% of the time. Like, you can't think that way. You can't live like that, because it's isolating. You are isolating yourself from so much and so many people. I think Freelee might be a bit of a, I don't want to say narcissist, because I'm not going to like diagnose her with anything, but like, she seems like the it's my way or no way, which is kind of narcissistic. If you choose to go against my way, it really is, you know, cut off, done with you, you're a horrible person, let me call you every horrible name under the sun.
People who think it's perfectly okay to exploit animals. Screw them. They are some of the most unethical fake fucks I know. And sure, Rawvana and I have had some nice chats over the years.
I think fake has lost its definition, I think, within the last few minutes of me watching this. Like, she has not been fake. She has been very forthcoming. Sure, at the beginning, like, probably she kept it from people because I'm sure she was working through it. Like, you can't expect someone to, like, share something with the world when they themselves do not fully understand it or aren't completely comfortable with it. They have to work through something before they can share it with the world. That doesn't make them fake. That makes them incredibly real. If they are willing to take the time, self-reflect, go and figure out what is going on with them and come to a decision, and then have to realize that decision goes against a lot that they believe in for so many years, you don't just change overnight. She's not being fake. What she's being is real. She is saying, I was suffering and this has eased my suffering. And she has shared that. How is that fake? Just because she was one way and now she's another way, that doesn't make you fake. The fact that she's sharing that I was this way, now I'm this way, that's not fake. That's saying this was real and this was real. Neither of those lifestyle or diets or whatever you want to call it, neither of them like were fake. She was vegan. She did that for a long time. She wasn't faking it. And now for a short period of time, probably for a little bit longer, she's going to be doing this. both are reality.
But it's not about that. And just as with fully fake Christina, I've always felt like she only ever wanted to hang out so she could promote herself or her products to my audience.
I would use the word fake to describe Freelee too. Like, a lot of YouTubers and people on the internet are what you might consider fake. What that basically means is they show the good stuff. It's not fake, that's just showing part of a whole. I find myself using the word fake or describing like a online personality as like having fakeness or being fake is when they're just always so happy. And I try to be positive, but I don't try to force happiness and like cheeriness and joyfulness like constantly. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like I'm not like, hey, I'm not like that. I can be. It's just when most of the time I'm not. But I mean, that's the only way I would ever describe like some vegans or other just people in general as fake, is when they're just like all the time. It's like no one's happy that much.
As I said in the video, I first met Rawvana in 2013 at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, where the first thing she said to me was, "Oh my god, Freelee, how do you stay so skinny?" So that in itself should tell you a lot about where her focus is.
I would want to ask Freelee that too, because it just seems really unnatural. How are you so skinny and you claim to eat so much? Like, that can't bike 50,000 miles in the jungle, so how does she stay so skinny now? I mean, it's a legit question one might ask.
I was vegan, completely vegan for over 6 years.
No, Rawvana, you were not a vegan for 6 years.
That's my favorite thing. No, you were not a vegan, because when you make that decision, you are vegan for life. Not if your life is gonna like end if you continue to eat that way and your body is gonna deteriorate and die. I love it. You know that's coming in every like vegan reaction video to a vegan not being vegan anymore. You can put money down that they are going to say, well, you actually weren't vegan.
Stop associating yourself with people who actually care about animals. Let's call you what you actually were.
The quickest way to basically convert or be swayed towards a particular position or way of life is to associate with those types of people, to surround yourself with those people who think that way, who act that way, who live that way, because it rubs off on you. So stop associating with the very thing that I want you to be. Okay, Freelee. Okay.
You are a fake plant-eating speciest, using the animals and the vegan label as a way to make money and gain fame. And now you're just
I'm sure there are people in the world who are like, this vegan thing is real popular now, or this keto thing, or paleo, or whatever it is, and they're like, I'm gonna do it because I know I'm gonna make that money. I don't think that was her intention. I think she genuinely cared. And like, I think she still cares, like, and I think, yeah, so it wasn't just to make money, because I'm pretty sure she would have given up a long time ago, because she would have realized I can make money other ways.
A fake animal eater who will continue doing the same. Come on, Rawvana. We know this pic is more about you popping your ass for Instagram rather than the actual elefante.
And it's been 2 months since I started incorporating eggs and fish into my diet.
No, you don't just incorporate dead animals into your diet like you're just adding some lifeless tofu or something.
Actually, that is exactly how you do it.
They're not freaking medicine or protein supplements. They are living, feeling beings.
I am so excited to announce my new program, the 21-day Raw Vegan Detox and Yoga Challenge.
The thing that really gets to me here is that you release...
Oh my god. We're literally only 3 minutes into an 11-minute video. I can't. Let's start watching the Raw Alignment No Longer Vegan video put out by Happy Healthy Vegan, which is another YouTube channel that I frequent for not education but entertainment. I'm really bummed because where is that vegan couple? Where's their reaction video? I need that because I love hating on them too. Like, it's so much fun.
I tried salmon. I had 8 ounces of salmon one night, and I feel clear, mentally clear. I can focus, like, I feel connected, I can articulate myself, I can communicate.
Then they take a bite of meat, which is loaded with calories and loaded with fat, and they get some of this fat back and they feel great, and oh my God, veganism killed me. Veganism didn't kill you. Your bad diet killed you. It's just so, I don't know, blatantly obvious to me.
Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So it seems like it was just minutes after we published our last video about Rawvana quitting vegan that you guys in the comments were letting us know that, hey, Elise from Raw Alignment just published her own video how she too has quit being vegan. And you know, this really doesn't come as any surprise whatsoever, because as I pointed out in the Rawvana video, I'm starting to see a very clear pattern amongst many of these former recent vegans, as I like to call them. A pattern of...
That's a nice way. It's a nice way to label them. Not fake plant eating, not giving a shit fucks. I don't remember what Freelee called them 5 seconds ago. I should probably start eating meat too, and then I'll remember things. It's just my brain's dying. It's fine. It's cool.
Just extreme fringe ways of eating and dieting that have nothing at all to do with being vegan. Remember, being vegan is an ethical and moral stance. And
so I do agree with that. So from some of the What I Eat in a Day videos that both Rawvana and Raw Alignment, Elise, that's her name, Rawvana and Elise, from their channels that I've watched, it always does seem like it's very minimal. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of food that they eat. So it is understandable that once they start eating meat, even just fish, it's more calorically dense, it's more oily, it's fattier, and so they do feel better because they're actually getting enough calories. Now, I do think that is definitely probably a factor into why they feel so good now.
You know, all this fasting and like being a long-term raw foodist, as you know, the name Raw Alignment implies, and there's more to it, as Elise says.
Switched back to cooked vegan food. I tried high carb, low fat, high carb, like juice.
So just like in the fad dieting world, you yo-yo between diets and you diet hop. Basically, she's admitting that she diet hopped within veganism, which diet hopping in any capacity, in any situation, it's not healthy because you're never giving your body a chance to adjust and to adapt to the new way of eating because you're switching so quickly. That's not good either. That plays a big part on your digestion, on just the whole functioning of your body. Is if you're jumping around and you're suddenly eating this way and then you're suddenly eating this way and then you're not eating this and then you're fasting, your body is like, your body basically slows down and can't keep up. And it's like, well, I need consistency.
Fasting, water fasting, like all the things.
Well, it sounds like you tried pretty much everything except the one diet that pretty much all the vegan doctors promote, the diet that Angie and I promote here, a simple whole food plant-based diet, just being a regular vegan. And one of your commenters here calls you out on this.
There have been comments and messages floating around the interweb that I am a liar, that I'm lying to myself, that I'm lying to you. And I just want to clear that up because I literally have not said ever that I am vegan at a point that I was not vegan.
Okay, fair enough. I get what you're saying there, but
if that is true, I'm lazy and not going to do the research to see if that's true, but I'm going to believe her that she's saying that and that she's telling the truth. And that's very commendable. Like, that's awesome that despite not making an announcement, I'm not a vegan, instead she never said I was a vegan, which again, like, that makes her not a liar. She's not a liar.
Let me speculate why your viewers might be upset. It's because you've been withholding a major truth about yourself.
I wouldn't call her a liar, but there's no reason to be for her to be confused why people are upset with her. I think she knows, like, yeah, I was withholding truth, and that's shocking to people, and this is a shocking truth. And you know, just like she probably didn't know how to handle it when she first started eating that way and having to work through it. Now people are having that initial shock and reaction, and they're trying to work through it too. That is the problem with basically following a YouTube personality as though they're God. Like, YouTube is just there for creators to put out content some people to make a difference. It's not like, don't worship and be like, oh my God, so-and-so is now eating this way. What are we gonna do? Well, you literally don't have nothing. It doesn't change your life. Just because someone has decided to eat salmon does not impact your life in the slightest. Like, you can just keep doing what you're doing as the viewer, and she's gonna do what she's doing as another person, and it does not affect you.
And the way you've been eating for quite a while now.
It's been around 2.5, almost 3 months now that I have been not vegan anymore, that I've been consuming meat and...
I'm gonna just cut it off here because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear basically the same thing. She was having health problems, she tried everything, she did everything, nothing was working, and so as a last resort, she turned back to animal products and has been incorporating certain types of animal products back into her diet, and her symptoms and her suffering has eased up. And I like Happy Healthy Vegan because they don't overreact, they just react. I think they're a little bit more polite about things, which is why I really want that vegan couple to make a video about this, because good Lord, they will not be polite, and I need that. And I love it. I love it so much, and I love how angry they make me. That is weird. I'm still a vegan. So where's my gold star? First of all, they were vegan. They can call themselves that word. They can say it because it's true. And they were suffering, and I understand suffering. I have gone weeks without taking a shit. I went three weeks and a little bit more, and I did not poop once. Okay? I know what gut suffering feels like. Okay? And I know what brain fog feels like. And I know how hard it is when you know you're an intelligent person and you sound like an idiot when you speak. I know what that feels like. And so if it got to a point where I feel like my life is falling apart because of that, like, I would really search out alternative things. Now, I'm not saying I would go back to eating meat. I pray and hope that I never have to, because I really don't want to. I really don't enjoy meat or animal products. I really don't like it. That's one of the main reasons why I don't eat them, because I don't like them. So I hope I never have to. But like, I get it when you are at your wit's end and you just want to feel normal. Like, I get that. Like, I sympathize. Like, there were days where I would just cry and cry in bed at night and in a ball, just praying that please tomorrow let me poop. Like, so I get it. I get it. And to all these people who are just hating on them or calling them names because they're human and they suffer and their bodies are broken. They've tortured it with fasting and calorie restriction and diet hopping and all of that. Their body needs time to heal, and maybe this is part of that, their individual healing process for their body. Just let them heal. Oh my gosh, it doesn't mean that they don't care any less about the state of the world or the state of animals or the state of humans. Like, they're human. They're the same as us. Like, have you never suffered? Well, if you haven't suffered, you're lucky, because it's a bitch. So anyway, that is this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm probably going to put out more videos like this, not necessarily reacting to no longer vegan videos, but reacting to other things. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe, share, comment, all of that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye!